Now Logano the outside. They can't get around.
Oh, Keselowski gets turned by William Byron. Blaney gets caught up. Gilliland, Truex, Hamlin, and more.
All those Fords were struggling to get around Chastain. Who could get around and get that clean air track position first? That's what happened.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. I mean, it's a parking lot down there. Cars parked everywhere.
Blaney out. Big damage on him.
Toe link broke on the back. That one's done.
Keselowski all wadded up. Gilliland, the black and red car, right with him. Anthony Alfredo there. One car slides to the infield. Austin Dillon, and they pile up behind him.
That's 2 weeks in a row early out for Austin Dillon. I don't know how much damage he has, but there's a bunch of them, folks. You got Gragson in this, Bell. There's a right rear. I think Austin may get away with just that tire damage.
Just let us know what we got to work on. Solid right front.
Accordion effect. We saw it at Daytona time and time again. Look at the accordion back here.
What happened was Todd Gilliland trying to make a hole for Michael McDowell to get up in that preferred lane in the middle, stack that whole lineup really hard.
Those guys had nowhere to go. Didn't see it. Landed right in their lap.
What a mess.
Is he wingman to McDowell, or does he have a chance to win this race? Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Tyler Reddick for the win.
Got loose up off the corner. Oh, overcorrect. That's hard. That is a huge hit, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things you learn.
All right, so he is communicating to his team on the radio, but that was a violent hit.
It sure was. Wow. I saw a lot of wheel in the car in the middle of the corner. Looked like it then started to catch up, got loose, and man, what a massive overcorrection.
You saw the flames come out of the pipe. He dumped the throttle right there, and when you're in that scenario, you got to try to walk it off the corner. But when he dumped the throttle and he put all that wheel to the right, as soon as it slowed down enough, and
front tires finally caught up.
Yeah.
See Denny on the outside. The 10 just comes right around, takes the 23. Austin Dillon, been that kind of year for Austin. He is, if he's in a place, there'll be a wreck in front of him. It's just been terrible.
Pretty big hit right there for the 23.
And this is what we talk about. You know, everybody's like, hey, let's go, it's rain tires, but it's inevitable people are going to overstep their bounds, trying to learn how much grip these tires have, how hard can I push the race car. It's just a learning process. You can point your finger at Noah and say, you know, you shouldn't have done that, but it could have happened to anybody in my eyes.
They'll go drivers right up against the wall, and then Christopher Bell will angle his car in. Larson, oh, Larson's in hot. Oh, he'll go windshield deep. Kyle Larson locks it down and slams into the tire barrier while racing for second here in turn 6.
Very hard contact for Kyle Larson in turn 6. Caution has come out. He's trying to get unlocked from that tire barrier.
You just see too far, lock up, and barely contact. Turns right, actually. Kyle Larson turns right to miss the 54 and takes a head-on shot. Turns right, or the car goes right, but almost misses the tire barriers all the way to the right. Makes contact with the concrete wall. You see the damage. Grazes the bumper of the 54. Look at that concrete barrier move.
Big run by some of those cars in the back and around into the field. The aid of Kyle Busch was the one who went down and came back up. Harrison Burton sliding down. It's very close there.
A lot of race cars
like Ryan
caught up in
Reese.
this. Then a block from LaJoie. LaJoie gets into him. Kyle Busch blocked him, and LaJoie just ran into him, to be honest with you. I'm not saying he meant to do it, but either a misjudgment. See right there, big block. Then he goes, and then LaJoie trying to get back on the racetrack. That yellow line.
There we see him sliding right back in front of the field.
Yeah, all these guys just along for the ride.
We heard Denny Hamlin, no, I'm sorry, it was Chase Elliott in his interview said, well, you just want to be the front of your strategy. Oh, man, big wreck.
Oh, and hit again.
Oh,
that's
impact.
the 24 of William Byron. A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 involved as well. Caution has come out as those two cars have stopped.
Oh, somebody got into the right rear of...
Looked like the 22 potentially of Logano behind him.
It looked like there was two
Or
cars
12,
two cars or three cars three wide. Let's take a look right here. You see, oh, you're going to see it right here, the 21, 41, and 24. So the 41, if we back that up and watch that one more time, the 41 is trying to get three wide between the 21 and the 24, trying to make it three wide. I don't believe Harrison Burton or William Byron knew that they were three wide. This will be a great look right here.
Oh, they're hitting each other there. So he's in his right rear quarter panel. You're right. It was just everybody, three cars. Here you go. Here's a great shot of it, Steve. So stop it right there. Stop it right there. So the 14 car, they are touching those two cars, the 24 and the 14. They're hitting each other there. And still contact. And here comes the 41. And he makes contact. It's just those three cars trying to go in the same spot, but it started with the 14 of Briscoe.
Corey LaJoie bringing out the caution. He was just upside down. Rolled back over onto his tires once he hit the grass. Great sign right there when you see the window net come down.
Going by Noah. A little bit of contact with the right front fender. Car turned sideways and just flipped in the air. That is, quite honestly, that's just not acceptable. There's no way that a car, when it turns like that, should get up in the air that easily. There has been millions of dollars and hours of time spent to prevent that from happening. That's going to catch everybody by surprise.
And you see right there, slide, that gives you a great view of the whole underbody we talk about, the underwing, everything that people talk about for damage. And then here it catches the grass and a couple pretty violent tumbles. I mean, you said it, Rick, 3,000 pounds. It looks like a Matchbox car. And look at this, three wide. Wow, we got a caution. Multi-car incident. Ty Gibbs, Josh Berry, Bubba Wallace, it's over. Wallace's playoff hopes. Busch is trying to dodge the carnage. William Byron's car is torn apart. And Noah Gragson in it as well. How badly damaged is that 23? Josh Berry pushing his way through the middle of Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs. Keep watching it.
Yeah, three wide into turn one at Darlington never works. It's just not enough room. Somebody had to lift there. Josh Berry extremely aggressive, shooting the middle here. And it's just too wide through there, Steve, is difficult. And now they just all stack into each other.
And Bubba Wallace was doing a really nice job, some front-end contact, but then Noah Gragson nowhere to go. He was the one that made the heavy contact to the back of the 23. So you see right here, flames out the pipes. He's on the brakes, some front-end contact, but I don't think this was enough to kind of end it. right? You're going to see him run into the 24. I mean, it's not great, but then right there, the big shot by the 10.
Can he push his way further forward over these closing 8 laps coming up?
Oh, they got together at 3.
Whoa! McDowell goes up high. Larson is in it. Reddick's in it. Logano, Wallace, Haley.
That all started in turn 3. Cindric tried to lift to prevent it from happening, but he did not lift quick enough. McDowell pulls up in front of him. A push from Barry. Tries to get to the outside, lifts right there, and still contact. And then, look at this.
Whoa. And Michael McDowell, who knows what it's like to have a massive crash at a high-speed track, got away with that one.
See the fire come out of the pipes of the 2 car? He was being pushed by the 4. He knew he had too much speed. He was doing all he could to prevent it, but it just could not get it slowed down. He is flying on this restart.
Whoa, look out! Elliott's gone. Keselowski, Reddick, 2 playoff drivers in this wreck. And the car goes over. Tyler Reddick has flipped.
Yep, I'm good.
My goodness, what was the catalyst? How did that start?
Restarts. They are so aggressive. You've got to get spots when you can. How about Reddick flips and drives the thing back to pit road?
Up the racetrack, not meaning to, catches the 45. Around goes the 45, and as the 45 gets in here, he hops onto the quarter mile and gets upside down. Crazy looking accident for Tyler Reddick in the 45.
That is crazy.
Listen to this.